Yes, sir.
Going on, man. You're right, yeah?
All right, I'm pleased to see your face. How
Likewise.
are you, my G?
Yeah, I'm good, fam. I can't complain. Let me just adjust myself and get comfortable for this thing. You get me?
Ye-
Hold on, tease.
yes, my G. Get yourself comfortable. Fix yourself up.
Yeah,
Fix yourself up.
yeah.
Listen, welcome to the Gunman Insta Live. It is an absolute honor just to grab some time with you and spend some time just to talk about your journey so far and your future in the fight game. For anyone that does not know this, brother, you've been missing out. This is the muscle-bound meathead, the Tonka buff ting, coming for the Misfits heavyweight crown. This is Mr. Armz Korleone. Welcome to the Gunman Insta Live. Listen, first things first. Why have you got? Can we have a little look?
This ain't Babe Station, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just,
have you got a jacket that actually fits you on there?
this is my morning coat, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Quality.
I'm saying, but yeah, I say thank you for having me on this thing because I usually don't enjoy this kind of stuff, like coming on live. But you're a genuine brother. The first time I met you was
Thank,
very cool. Um,
thank you, man.
your energy was great, and so I wanted to take this opportunity to just give back to you, and I really support what you're doing for people who are just up and coming, trying to do something with themselves in the game. And I think it's great that you're giving them a platform to do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
bless up, man. Respect for that. Yeah, exactly. Appreciate that, man. I spend my evenings talking to fighters of all
yeah,
levels to give the fight fans some entertainment and to get the fighters out there. So I
yeah,
appreciate. It's very nice actually that you know give us a bit of gratitude because not many people do, and it's absolutely chuffing.
yeah. Now that's
Um,
people don't celebrate success, man. People just rather talk shit and put people down. But it doesn't have to be that way. I'm all about just when I see someone trying to do something, I'll big them up. You know what I'm saying?
yes, big man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Listen, your journey's been fantastic. It's been
Thanks.
absolutely fantastic. When did you decide that you were going to go into bodybuilding and get yourself Tonka buff?
Yeah, man. So that's always been in my face in terms of discipline and training. That's always been in my face from as young as I could remember. I remember my uncle, man. He built himself from just training training at home using like dumbbells, bruv. Do you know what I mean? So I've been exposed to discipline and training from a very young age, and like psychologically, as I grew up, I also found solace in some sort of escapism in training. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand. They don't know my background. They don't know where I'm coming from. So when they see me posting stuff online, etc., they feel like, bro, why is he like, he must be showing off, but really and truly, it's not that. Like, training and discipline has been such a great contributing factor in health, to my mental health. Do you know what I mean? And so it's not just, I didn't wake up one day and thought, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna go gym and just do Instagram. It's like, I was in such a mad place as a teenager. I was like, I need something to channel my energy, and this is why I train so hard and I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's never to, I just want to make it clear, it's never to make anybody feel bad about themselves, or it's never to sell anything, it's never to, I don't know, show off or whatever. I genuinely enjoy training, bruv. You know what I'm saying? So um I decided to just go into training when I was like, just properly when I was 16 years old, innit? Do you know what I mean? But before that,
Is it therapy for you?
it's it's everything. It's everything. It's therapy. It's meditation. When I'm training, when I'm in the gym training, it's almost like it's a gateway for me to a different realm, a different realm to myself, so to speak. How can I put it? It's like, and because obviously I approach training from a spiritual standpoint. From when I started, it was just physical, right? I was like, yeah, I just want to get strong. I wanna be like the strongest guy, but I realized that was a psychological thing. That psychologically, it was because I came from being such a small person and having to always been put down. And then I was like, yeah, I don't ever want to be that guy no more. You know what I mean? No one's ever going to take the piss or mug me off ever again. So boom, I'm going to go train and I'm going to get big. And I mean, it was almost like I'm going to protect this inner child. You know what I'm saying? So as the years went on anyway, and I began to like really, really grow in love with training and discipline, it just changed from a physical standpoint to a spiritual one, because when I'm training from, I can't lie, in the midst of that chaos, I'm so at peace, innit? Do you know what I mean? That this is where I find God, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And it's something different, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's interesting because when people do train, you're not thinking about, oh, your money situation or this woman or problems at home.
Yeah.
That time when you're in the gym, when you got your tunes in your ear, or you're sparring, or hitting the bag, or whatever it is, you're actually off the streets. You're not getting in any trouble. You're mentally, you go in there feeling shit, and you leave feeling fantastic. So boxing and training does so much for the youth and for people, doesn't it? It does wonders for people,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
100%. I agree. Because again, from my perspective, it's done a lot for me in terms of helping me channel my fire, because I've got a lot of fire, fam. At one point in my life as a youth, man, I didn't know how to channel that fire. So it was training that helped me channel that fire. It's like, cool. To my mum, look, I just want to train. She signed me up, and then as soon as I touched the island, that boom, yeah, this is my outlet. You know what I mean? I've always had many different outlets. Like I'm a creator. I love to create. I love drawing. I love doing music. I love creating because I love expressing myself and having this kind of having abundant amount of fire within ready to come out. I need to lay it out somehow. And if it wasn't for the creative arts, I'll just be a mad menace, bro. I'll just be out just doing dumb shit. So I feel like training, discipline in general is very good for anyone, everyone. It's a great way to channel your energy. It's a great way to channel your inner fire. If you don't know, if you don't have an outlet, you know what I mean. If you feel like you want to scream all the time, yeah, bro, like you can do all that shit. I mean, and where I'm coming from, I can relate to a lot of the road youths, innit? A lot of this need that like I needed. I never had no guidance coming up. Do you know what I mean? Gym was like my guidance. You know, like you said, it keeps you out of trouble. It definitely something that kept me on a straight and narrow, kept me on a discipline. I'm not gonna hang out with these man because they're doing things that I don't want to do, that I know isn't good for me. So I want to stay in the gym and just do my thing. And when it comes to stuff like girls going out, I'm not, bro. I don't give a toss. You know what I'm saying? I don't even drink, bro. There's no point. I've never had alcohol in my life. I don't smoke. There's no point in being in certain places. I just rather go gym. Like yo, on a Saturday night, catch me in the gym, bro. I'll be at the bar. It's a different kind of bar, man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, how much can you bench press? What's your record?
When I was doing bodybuilding like full time, I remember benching 260. 260 was my heaviest.
Oh wow.
I remember doing 260 for 3 reps. Obviously that was with a spotter. And now it's not really that much because I've implemented a lot more cardio in my training, and I hardly do any type of bodybuilding training. I still touch the weights, but it's not as I was doing it before. Do you know what I mean? I don't like do bodybuilding training, but I just do it to keep my strength, because it ties into fighting. You need the weight, keep your strength and whatnot. I'm still strong. Like I had people tell me, oh, if you get into the boxing thing, like you're gonna lose strength, cardio is gonna make you lose weight, blah blah blah. And it's like, one thing I really want people to take away from this is never listen to people. People always want to put their limitations. You know what I'm saying? They always want to be like, just because they can't do something, they think other people can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I've had it all my life. People telling me, oh, don't do it, don't do this, don't do that, you can't do this, da 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 da. Because it's like, when I've actually done it, it's like I've actually been better. You know what I mean? People always like hinder you or stop you from going doing better. It's like they want you to do good, but they don't want you to do better than them. So they always want to chat shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if anyone who's tuned into this live, if you're going to take anything away from this, is like, don't listen to people. A lot of the people just chat shit and they put their limitations on you. You just go out and do your thing. But
Oh, you get that all the time in boxing, all the time. You got to just listen to your team. You know, if you're listening to man in the pub telling you how to box, you know what I mean? You're on the wrong steps
yeah,
for sure. You get so many people giving you advice when you're boxing.
yeah.
Half of it's a load of rubbish. Listen, from man to man, I would say you've got a fantastic set of legs.
Thank you.
Now, listen, a lot of man skip leg day. You know what I mean? A lot of man skip leg day. You know, and when you see guys walking around like big trunk and toothpicks, following behind them, it is not a good look.
Yeah.
What do you want to say to them man that are missing and skipping leg day?
I don't have any sort of mad thing to say. You know, no, understand that your legs are your foundations, and for you to have any strong foundation, you need to work on your legs. For a house to have strong foundation, you need to start from the roots, right? So
Yeah.
imagine your legs are your foundations. You know, you're building a house, so you
Yeah.
need strong first and foremost. So if you can't just build like the ceiling without strong foundations, because it's just gonna crumble. So yeah, skipping legs day is something that we don't do around here,
I
like, you
know.
know. So
I can see you don't. Why do guys skip leg day, in your opinion?
it's hard. Training legs is hard, you know. Because you have
And
to put
most of the time they're tucked away in trousers, so no one sees them, innit? So
doing squats, leg presses. You know, when you're feeling the burn in your legs, it's like it's one of the worst feelings to ever feel. But so I get it, but sincerely and respectfully speaking, it's important to just train legs, man, and have a strong foundation, and it helps with your core. You're doing squats, and that it helps with your posture. You know, you can stand firm. Like no woman want a man with weak legs, bro. You need strong legs because you want to
yeah,
carry your woman. You
yeah.
wanna shoulder your burdens, cause you know what I'm saying. You don't if you got weak legs, bro, how are you gonna shoulder your burdens from? How are you gonna stand firm from as a man? Cause that's just air, man. You need legs, bro.
Yeah, that is absolutely spot on. And again, I come back to the boxing. Legs is everything.
Yeah,
Legs is everything in boxing. Your movement, a lot of your power comes from the legs. A lot of good coaches will tell you that. A lot of people think, oh, you just throw hands and you're gonna have
yeah.
power. A lot of it comes from your legs. Now, listen, will I get more birds if I'm muscle bound?
I would my advice, sincerely, sincerely and respectfully speaking, I wouldn't say that being muscle bound would necessarily get you girls, because first and foremost, that shouldn't be your motivation to to train or do any type of discipline. But from my experience, it's more the guys who approach me wanting to ask me, raw, like, how did I get this big? How do I train? How do I do this, etc., etc. So yeah, no, yes, like I said, I wouldn't approach it from that standpoint. And secondly, you just get hella guys, you know what I mean? Because guys want to look good. It's like when I watch nature shows, yeah, it's always the male doing something to please the female, and it's almost the same with human beings. Like man will go gym just to look warm and then just to look good in our
Yeah,
extra shirt, extra medium t-shirt, and then come out just to impress the gal. But
yeah.
that's for air, bruv. You know what I'm saying? It's just do it for you, bruv. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you get guys that are just be like on their phone, just cycling away. You know what I mean? Going through the motions and just really not there to really improve. Just like, look, I want to look kind of good, and gym's one of them things, isn't it? Like not everyone's like dedicated to the cause.
Yeah, I
Listen,
mean,
let's just talk about cardio.
yeah,
Now, listen, we've talked about cardio when I spoke with you in the past, and we've seen many fighters that are bulky not be able to have cardio in fights.
yeah,
So the likes of, I don't know, Mike Tyson's probably one of the best examples. Not a 12-round fighter. He'd take you out in 5 rounds, in 3 to 5 rounds.
yeah.
And if he didn't, you've got a good chance against him.
Mm.
You're going into fighting and taking this fighting more seriously now. How much are you putting on cardio now then, in terms of sessions per week? What can you tell us?
Everything, mate. I'm sure you've seen my fights where I got carried out on stretchers. That's because as a very heavily muscle bound person, when I throw a jab, it's like my health bar goes on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throw 1, 2, I'm like, you know what I mean? But like that's just my own ignorance. For in the past, I've never really taken cardio seriously because I was misinformed. I remember listening to a bodybuilder when I was young, and he was like, "Bruv, if you wanna build muscle, don't do." And then I took it upon myself and literally did no cardio. But I've I've grown up and I'm wiser, and through my experiences, I've realized cardio is king, and to have inner strength is much more important than having physical strength. So now I do cardio, man. Like, and I enjoy doing cardio. I enjoy going on my runs. Like I told you, I literally after this, I'm gonna go on a run. I got like a 30-minute run to
Yeah.
do. Like,
We've seen, as fight fans, we've seen so many fights where guys, big guys, go all out. They're huffing and puffing, and the cardio lets them down.
yeah.
And the next thing you know, they're getting filled in like a job application.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, they're getting stretchered out of there, and they've ran out of gas.
Yeah, that's me. That's just me.
You've had that happen. You've had that happen in the past.
Yeah.
How does someone who's bulky now, like yourself, you look like a Lambo, but when we lift up the bonnet and there's a sewing machine engine in there, how are you going to be able to now transform that so that you can go into the likes of Misfits and dominate? Are you going to actually have to lose muscle and transform your body to be a boxer?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. I would definitely have to change my mindset because, bruv, even start like combat sports in general, it's a different driving force that you must cultivate to in order to stay in. Bodybuilding is different. When I was doing bodybuilding, there was a different mental driving force I had going like, and then doing combat training, it's a whole different driving force that I'm cultivating. Like combat sport is not for the faint of heart. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do this combat sport training and all MMA, do the boxing thing, but you've got to be insane. Like you're the driving discipline. But I'm all about that, innit? I'm all about just always not necessarily improving myself, but changing myself for the better. So yeah, man, I don't care about losing muscle. Because like I said, inner strength is king. Physical strength means nothing. If you can bench press 200 kg, but you can't do a 10-minute run without huffing and puffing, then there's no point in it. You can't talk about
Technique is huge in boxing, okay? Like literally huge in boxing. Like a good jab. If you're got a good jab and a good 1-2, you can win fights alone just on having good technique on your jab and your 1-2. You can win fights alone, and then decent cardio. How
100%.
much time are you spending honing your skills so that you're going to be more technical of an operator?
Every day, boy. It's every day, man's in it, man. Every day. Every day. I don't know what to tell you, bruv. I'm out here. I'm grafting, man. You know what I'm saying? And behind the scenes, in the darkness, I'm grafting. You know what I'm saying? So it's an everyday thing, and I enjoy it. I literally enjoy it. I enjoy learning something new. I enjoy learning a new skill. You know, I've still, if I wanted to go and compete and lift weights, I can do that. If I wanted to go and fight, I can do that. It's so amazing, you know. It's just power of the mind. Like you can do absolutely anything and everything you put your mind to. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, every day I'm honing my skills. Like I'm a baby in this thing. I came back to fighting and being in the ring and exerting so much energy because I've never had the experience of being. I'm not a pedigree fighter. I'm just somebody who's very interested in discipline and training, and so I'm dabbling in different things. Do you know what I mean? So I'm literally learning on the job. And one thing I failed to learn was that I don't always have to give too much. I don't always have to exert myself, and which is what I've been doing in the ring. Something I've been learning to cultivate is stillness. You know what I'm saying? Have a still mind in the ring is key. You know what I mean? To help in your cardio as well. So my previous fights, the 2 fights where I've overexerted myself and I've literally been exhausted, not because being unfit is a contributing factor, but I'm not that unfit. It's just because I just done way too much and that shows the person that I am. Because when I do something, I just it's bullshit. I'm saying it ain't no. It's 100%. It's 3,000%. It ain't no like, oh yeah, give it a minute. Nah, blood, I'm going in. But I've learned that it's 100%. And sometimes just, you know what I mean, build up on it and just boom. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yeah. Listen, I for one, I want to see you have a defense like OJ Simpson. I want to see you have an attack like Real Madrid, and I want to see you have an engine like a Rari. You know, and I want to see you start taking over Misfits. You know, and doing really well. So, I mean, we'd love to see you on Misfits. The current heavyweight champion is Tempo
Yeah.
Arts. What's your plans and who's on the hit list?
I don't have any plans really. My main plan is just to get better, change for the better, do the things, the work that my coaches have set me to the best of my ability, leaving no stones unturned. Big up to Temple Arts for being a champion, you know what I'm saying? But I have no plan, man. I just have to focus on myself, bruv. You know what I'm saying? My main plan is to, you know, get this one rep in an academy of the up and going, you know, give back to the community, you know, do my music, enjoy life, you know what I mean, enjoy creating my my artwork, just giving back in the way that I need to give back, that Celestial wants me to give back, you know what I mean? Because these gifts weren't given to me for nothing, you know what I mean? They were given to me for something, and that thing is to give back. So that's what I want to do. But I want to have fun doing everything, like the fighting stuff. So it's like, I just want to be good enough. Whoever is presented to me, I want to be able to be like, look at him and be like, yeah, boom, let's have you in it. Let's have it, bro.
Yeah, brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Listen, see, there's no hit list. You're gonna.
No clue. You want all the belts.
So you're gonna humbly take over, is what we're saying.
Listen, whatever.
Listen, look, we have to talk about the bouncer fight. We have to talk about the bouncer fight.
Yeah.
The build up was bigger than the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
it was. Everyone was really dialed in.
yeah.
And it's safe to say that the fight disappointed.
Yeah.
Right? Would that be a fair analysis?
Yeah, fair analysis. And I wanted to say it's been 3-4 years, and I want to like speak on it and just put it to bed. Like I'm very
Yes,
much.
please. That'd be fantastic to get your thoughts on that
I'm
fight.
very over it. So that fight, it was obviously orchestrated, and he brought it to me like, yo, we could do something. He wanted to create something. At the time, I was very naive, and I thought that he had genuine intent. And during the course of training and doing my work, obviously, I'm not here to speak on anything or talk about a man when he's not here to defend himself. So I don't want to put anyone down here. I'm not trying to like talk shit. I'm not that way inclined. But in the general sense, coming from bodybuilding straight into MMA was very much me putting myself into the deep end, and I was, because I love that. That's the way I live my life. You know, you got to take risk in life. If you don't take risk, you don't get nowhere in it. So I had like 6-7 months to actually learn MMA, which is to other people's understanding, mixed martial arts is a combination of striking, jiu-jitsu, wrestling.
8-limb fighting. 8-limb fighting. It's not just 2 hands you're watching out
Yeah,
for. 8 limbs, the wrestling, the jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, all of that stuff. And you have to remember, I'm somebody who has never ever done any of these disciplines. So I was ready to take it on, but I swear down during the course of that, I sustained so much injuries. It was like I listen, bro. Like, you know, people usually, like men especially, they will sit on the edge of the bed because they got a girl in your life that's stressing them out or something. Me, I sat on the edge of my bed with my head in my hands, like, what the fuck am I doing? Because bruv, MMA is not a joke. Combat sports is not a joke. My body was adjusting to the new territory, and I sustained two bicep tears, like minor tears. It wasn't. Fortunately, it wasn't like mad injuries. It was what did they say? The terms they use, like partial tear. So the first tear was when I was a few months into training. I literally just ripped it, and then the second tear was like literally 2 weeks before the fight. 2 weeks before a fight.
And you had your knee bandaged, didn't you, if I remember right?
Yes, I had 2 knee injuries.
Yeah, yeah. Did you have both knees bandaged? I can't remember.
No,
Yeah.
one. So my left knee
One bandage. Yeah, you didn't look in tip-top shape, to be honest, right? But
finished here. So I had the first bicep tear, it healed because it was a partial tear. Second one, so then my knee went while I was doing all of that stuff, and then it was healing, and then I remember I got better. I got back into sparring, and then it fucked up again because I went to do a move called the Savage, and this move, obviously I had to spar with heavyweights, yeah. So I went to do the move, and then this guy literally dropped on my knee, and my knee just gave way, and then like off the back of that, it fucked up again. Off the back of that, I had a Baker cyst. So Baker cyst is like the synovial fluid behind the knee, like literally bursting and popping, and like the fluid going into my calf. And you know what I'm saying? It was mad. Like 2 knee injuries, 1 bicep tear, and then 2 weeks before the fight, this bicep, as I was about to throw a hook, all you hear is literally ripped. And then my coaches were like, don't do this fight because you're obviously not ready. Like mentally, I was broken. Spiritually, I was broken. Like physically, as well. So I went into that fight like a whole broken man. But me, the type of person I am, when I start something, bro, I gotta go through with it. I don't give a toss. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, man. Cause I don't give a shit, bro. Even if it's to my detriment, cause man's got to make sure that I finish what I started, innit? So
yeah, respect.
Like my coach is like, just call it off, and then tell the people them that you're gonna you're gonna go again in December 2021. That you're gonna heal up and go again. And in my head, I was like, you know what? I just want this shit to be over. And I swear, look, the power of the mind is so powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like our minds are so powerful because I remember the bicep tear 2 weeks before. I went to see a physio and he was like, yeah, you're not going to be able to fight, fam. Like, I don't see it happening. And I said, nah, I am fighting. I am fighting. Like, this shit better heal. And, bro, within 2 weeks, it was better. I was able to, throw a punch and throw a jab or whatever. And, you know what I'm saying? I just went and done my thing, bro. But, yeah, man, that fight, like, I wish I could have done a lot of things different, but I didn't know. So I was learning on the job.
Yeah.
So, I've sat with myself, you know, the resentment, the hate, whatever. I've experienced all of that stuff, and now I'm over it. Do you know what I mean? It was such a great. I may have lost the fight, but I gained so many wins as well. You know, learning so much, learning about myself, learning about the sport, learning about, you know, gaining a different family like Street Fighters. You know, all of those things. There was more wins than losses for me. Obviously, cool.
Absolutely.
Obviously, yeah, they raised him as the winner, but he didn't. Whatever, innit? Cool, good on him. But for me, I gained so many wins, bro. So many.
Mate, you're a winner for getting in the MMA cage. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you're a winner for even considering that shit.
Yeah, you know.
Listen, would you fight Bouncer again in a rematch in boxing?
The opportunity has come up to fight him. I was meant to fight him in May, but I turned that down because, again, I didn't feel like he deserved that opportunity because I've been grasping, I've been putting in the work, I've been in the dark, you know, and you can't just come and think you can step on me and come up on me. Like you've done that before, and the first time, like, yeah, fool me once, you're not gonna fool me twice. Or, you know what I'm saying? So obviously I peeped his game, and then I was like, yeah, bun that. But for me, my last fight was a very hard one. Like, so I just needed, I wanted to take that time that I need to recuperate, rejuvenate, you know.
Is there still beef with Bouncer? Do you dislike that brother?
I don't dislike him. I don't have any negative energy towards him. I don't have any opposing energy towards him. Like I said, I've sat with the resentment, I've sat with the bitterness, I've sat with everything, and now I'm good. I'm liberated from all those feelings. So I don't have any resentment towards him. But what I'm not going to do is have somebody try to come up off me. You know what I'm saying? I've been putting in my work, you know what I mean? If he wants to fight me, cool, go and put in that work too. Do you know what I mean? Don't just think you're gonna just call man out and you're gonna prop up a phone and talk shit about me, and then I'm gonna be like draw me out and jump into, you know what I mean? No, I don't give a toss. Do you know what I mean? But back to your question, would I ever fight him?
Yeah. Yeah, will the fight fans see it again?
Now that I'm better, now that I'm better in mind, body, and spirit, if it made sense, I would. If certain conditions were set in place, then I would maybe entertain. Fighting them. But
is that financial that you're talking about, or actual terms of the fight?
Everything. I would, if everything, if if everything was to my liking, the conditions was put in place, certain limitations were certain boundaries were set, then I would entertain it. But as it stands, I don't want to do any kind of business with this individual in question.
And the discipline, would it have to be in a boxing ring, or would you do MMA again?
I would do MMA again, but now my spirit is resonating in boxing. I just want to just stand and bang, cuz, you know what I'm saying? Just
listen, I would not like to eat your right hand whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? I've got a nice face and I don't need it put in a different orbit. Listen, on that note, I know that you want to go training tonight. You're off to do a run. I don't want to keep you too long.
Yeah.
But I want to say, firstly, thank you very much for giving me some credit for my work. It really touched me, that did. And secondly, I wanted to say thank you so much for coming on to the show and spending some time with me and the fight fans. It's been an absolute privilege to have you on. And I hope that one time you can come on again one time before one of your big fights.
I've actually enjoyed myself, and I don't really like talking to people. I don't like talking in general, bro. I'd rather just do my own thing in it. But thank you for giving me the platform and the space to express myself in the way that I can express myself, like feeling comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's all about.
But like I said, I only give you this time because I respect your energy and I respect what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If it was anything else, I would literally say no, bro. But big up. And, I would definitely take the opportunity to come on again if you would give the opportunity. Do you know what I mean? Because I respect you and I respect.
Absolutely, my G. Absolutely. Have you got a final message for the fight fans and your supporters?
Yeah, man. Thank you for continuing to support me. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for the encouragement, because you guys you are a contributing factor to why I do this thing, to why I stay on social media, because there's been so many times that I wanted to come off of social media and just, because this ain't me in it, but I prefer to just train, be in the gym. But because of the people, them, the encouragement that they give me, it inspires me to stay on there and give you my energy. So thank you so much. And a message that I want to give out is, just, if you're going to do anything in life, if you're going to learn anything in life, just learn to be a better human being to your human family. You know what I mean? You can have all the degrees and the flipping, what do you call it? The doctorates.
Yeah.
The philosophical stuff in your head and the facts and whatnot, and you can have cars and you can have whatever. I mean, but if you can't at least be a decent human being to your fellow human family, then there's no point. So this is something I'm working on as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's the message I'll say, just learn to be a better human being to your fellow human families. You get me?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Listen, thank you so much. I hope to catch up with you soon. I wish you the absolutely best of luck in all your training and in your life in general. And hopefully I can, I'll be in touch. And as I said, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate you.
Nah, big up to you. Obviously, you're the best in everything you do. And big up to the family as well. You feel me, yeah?
Yeah, you're the man.
Respect.
You're the man. Thank you.